Hello, I'm George Cummings with your SCV Newsbreak for Friday, November 8th. An official with the State Attorney General's office offered a guesstimate at a timeline for a decision about a vacant seat in the Saugus Union School District Governing Board. Deputy Attorney General Mark Nolan has been assigned to offer an opinion on the long-running saga, which created an opening on the board since June. The governing board voted to vacate Stephen Winkler's seat over the summer. In October, the board filed a claim with the Attorney General's office due to a request with the county's Office of Education. An opinion on whether the school board can legally proceed with the removal of Winkler, who was elected to hold office until 2015, is expected in 4 to 6 weeks. And that opinion, which is a priority for the Attorney General's office, Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station Captain has announced his retirement. Captain Paul Becker has been a member of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for more than 30 years. He's served as the captain of the Santa Clarita Station since early 2010. Becker will be retiring from the department in February. Former local crime prevention unit leader Lieutenant Robert Lewis is expected to hold the interim position of captain until Sheriff Lee Baca makes a decision regarding Becker's replacement. Coming up, the final night of Foothill League high school football is upon us. Dave Caldwell joins us from Cougar Stadium after the break.
SCV Newsbreak is brought to you by Action Family Counseling.
My relationships were affected by my addiction in ways that are almost hard to describe. I lost that trust and that sense of intimacy that you have with your family.
Everyone says that, oh, it's just a plant, like you can't get addicted to it, but like really, it is addictive. If you're doing it all day, like every day, it's just like that's all your life consists of is smoking weed, like then it's addictive.
Think your son is, you'll never know, because it is hard to hide, but if you try hard enough, you can conceal it. There's no face to addiction. Like, your next door neighbor could be an addict and you have no idea.
The people we deal with are great people. They're just making bad choices. So if we can help people make better choices, everybody wins.
And I love you very, very much.
Just when you thought rabid bat season was over, 2 more showed up in the Santa Clarita Valley. After a lull in September, last month a Santa Clarita resident spotted a bat hanging from an eave over his home and then lying on the ground. Later in the month, a live bat was found inside a Newhall home. Both tested positive for rabies. A total of 33 rabid bats have been identified in LA County so far this year. Of those, 14 were found in the SCV. Health Department officials can't explain why that number is so high. A normal year sees just 8 to 12 cases countywide. If you frequent Hart Park, you might notice some changes over the next few weeks. Los Angeles County is renovating the popular picnic area with new pavement, lighting, and irrigation starting Tuesday, November 12th and ending Tuesday, December 3rd. Visitors will only be allowed to enter at the main gate and to park in the main parking lot. The picnic area parking lot will be closed until the renovations are completed. Hart Park was built on the property owned by William S. Hart, and his home is now a museum. Hart Park also includes hiking trails, a campground, live animals, and more than 100 acres of wilderness. It's the final night of league play for high school football in the Valley. Joining us now from Cougar Stadium is Dave Caldwell with a preview of tonight's Galpin of Santa Clarita High School football game of the week. Dave?
Yeah, tonight's the final game of the regular season, and we are here tonight at Cougar Stadium. Of course, the big game is going to be across the valley where the Hart Indians taking on Canyon. That game you can watch live on Fox Sports West. But here tonight, we've got the Saugus Centurions hosting the West Ranch Wildcats. This is a critical game because the Foothill League is very strong in the Northern Division. This is the final game of the regular season, as I just said. These two teams are truly battling it out for 4th place. Winner will get 4th in league. What's the big deal about 4th place? Well, the reality is that will probably be an at-large berth in the playoffs. So a playoff post is on the line for this game. The Wildcats come in 5-4 overall, 1-3 in league. The Saugus Centurions 4-5 overall, 1-3 in league. You need to have a winning record. That's the preference anyway from the CIF in order to get in, or at least a 500 record. The Wildcats, if they win it, they'll go to 6-4. They'll get 4th place. They'll be in the playoffs. The Saugus Centurions, they'll go to 5-5. They'll be in 4th place. they'll be in the playoffs. It's really that simple. It's a winner-take-all, get into the postseason. And we got the game tonight, 11 o'clock here on SCVTV and SCVTV.com. Let me send it back over to you in the studio.
Thanks, Dave. And in college football, COC is poised for a Northern Conference championship after winning 7 games in a row. The Cougars ranked 5th and are 7-1 overall this season. They'll host the number 6th ranked Cerritos College Falcons Saturday at Cougar Stadium. Like COC, the Falcons come in undefeated in conference play and are 6-2 overall. You can hear that game live on Saturday night on AM 1220 KHTS. The pregame show starts at 5:45. Turning to weather, clear skies with a high of 80 degrees recorded in the Santa Clarita Valley Friday. Overnight lows are expected in the upper 40s tonight in the SCV. Out near the coast in Ventura, dense fog is expected tonight, so if you're headed that way, be sure to use caution on the roadways. Temperatures in the mid-70s expected over the weekend here in the valley. Temperatures are expected to reach back into the low 80s by early next week. That's all for tonight. For more Santa Clarita news, log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. Thank you for watching. I'm George Cummings.
SCV Newsbreak is brought to you by Action Family Counseling.